Hello guys, what is going on? Casual Spanking over here, and what I have for you today is a very quick video on some tips and tricks on how to get better with a sniper rifle in Battlefield 4. Now, first thing you're going to do is find your rifle that you would find yourself using most often, set it up to the optics that you will be using as often as possible, and keep in mind that you don't want to be using those toggle optics too often. If you do, you're going to have to spend more time on the range, but if not, whatever, it's your time. As long as you feel comfortable with the progress you're making, that is what matters. As you guys can see, I have the Scout Elite with the 8-time optics, no attachments of any other sort, and the green underbrush, because I just feel it looks pretty neat on this weapon, and that's about it. Now go ahead and spawn at the range. And the first things first, guys, what you guys will see, oh god, it's such a beautiful place. But aside from that, in front of you there will be a set of stationary targets. Now what you want to do is just stand up, don't hold your breath, just go ahead and try to see how long it takes you to get a headshot on each one of these targets. Compensate for the sway yourself. No necessity to hold your breath, because the targets aren't really that far out. Now once you start getting to those further 70, 90, 100 meter targets, you can go ahead and hold your breath for those, because there really is no point to miss a headshot on a stationary target, guys. And as you guys can see, the whole point of this exercise right now is to kind of work out the general bullet drop and the general elevation of the crosshairs per target. This will help you later on once you're in game with moving targets at closer ranges, stationary targets at closer ranges, but it really is just to help out with bullet drop. So next up, guys, in the furthest back, once we finish up this set of targets, and I'm going to try to keep this kind of quick, just something simple for you guys, you will see two targets moving the distance over there. So we're going to go ahead and climb this catwalk that's behind us. Now, as you guys can see, we're up here. We're going to remain standing. Now, that first set of targets, guys, is running at a normal running speed, not sprinting, whilst the second target behind it is running at sprint speed. So work out more or less like how many mil dots you get a lead, how many mil dots you get a race, and try to see if you can get headshots on the first targets. Whilst on the second targets, I do recommend aiming for body shots, because let's face it, body shots are much easier to hit than headshots, especially on running targets. Running targets that are moving that quickly, most definitely go for a body shot. But moving on, guys, while we're on this platform, if you guys were to turn around, you guys would also see that there's a little, shall we say, button, kind of like how you elevate the different blockades and stuff in the cities, and when you press that, you guys have a really cool feature coming up that I only found out about yesterday, and that's two barrels shoot up out of the sky. So it's kind of like skeet shooting, but not really. This, I feel, will help out more in kind of gauging for a running target that's running towards you, or a parachuting target that's moving fairly quickly, already fairly low to the ground, and you kind of have to lead and compensate all at the same time, as well as lead by how many mil dots you get a hold above or how many mil dots you get a hold below. It depends. Now, I myself found it easier to hit the targets while they were at their peak, as you guys can see there, but that is typically because once targets reach the peak of their altitude, they stop moving. That's basically that split second where they're stationary, and then they're a fairly easy target to hit. Parachuting guys will not be doing this. They, of course, will keep on moving. That was just me being lazy, but I wanted to show you guys what happens when you do blow up the barrels, because it is quite satisfying. Now, last of all, guys, go ahead and practice at the range crouching, practice prone, and then of course practice with a bipod, because having a bipod enabled, guys, removes all scope sway, so you guys don't have to worry about having to compensate for the scope sway while you guys are holding your breath or not holding your breath. It really does make sniping quite a lot simpler, fairly simpler. I shouldn't say quite a lot simpler, that doesn't really sound right, but it is a nice step forward, guys, especially for those longer distance targets where you don't necessarily have the breath capacity, or shall we say the mouse or cursor or joystick kind of control to compensate for all the sway at the same time that you're leading for your targets, because it can get quite difficult, because the mouse wants to do one thing while you're trying to force it to do another thing, and it could be trying to do all sorts of 10 different things. So the bipod is a really essential target acquisition, shall we say, device that you can mount on your weapon. And I say target acquisition device because it does make target acquisition quite simpler, or a bit simpler, I should say, because you don't have to worry so much about searching for the target repeatedly by moving your mouse all over the place, compensating for that sway. Now, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have found this video useful. If you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment letting me know what you guys think about it. If you guys feel that I should have added something else, please let me know and I'll make another guide. I'll make guides for any weapon that you guys wish to see. I will go ahead and practice and practice and practice with it until I get good enough to make a useful guide to the point where it's coherent, it is easily comprehensible, and it is beneficial to those of you who watch it. Now, please don't forget to share the video to anybody who you feel might benefit from this, guys. If you guys are really trying to find out that kind of little sniping niche that a lot of people look for in Battlefield, this might be helpful for you and for your friends. So with that having been said, guys, as always, have a beautiful day, and I will catch you later. Peace out, fellas.